The solar system is a perfect clockwork mechanism until a gear breaks.
On December 27th, the object 3I/Atlas stopped following the rules.
It performed a sharp turn that gravity alone cannot explain.
NASA sensors expected a tail. They found a shield.
Physics has rules. This thing, broke them all.
It passed Jupiter without slowing down.
We aimed the Hubble telescope. The image was impossible.
Okay, look closely at this. Usually, space rocks are full of craters and dust, right? But when we zoomed in on this thing, it was completely...
Then, right in front of the cameras, it did the impossible. It didn't just drift. It engaged actual thrusters.
And that new path wasn't random at all. We checked the math 1,000 times, and the result was always the same.
The moment that trajectory data leaked to the public, the entire world stopped. Social media turned into a war zone of conspiracy.
The government tried to call it space debris, but nobody bought it. You don't mobilize global defense for trash.
Sentient. For 72 hours, there was absolute silence. No signals. Just the entire human race holding it. Then it breached the atmosphere. It tore through the clouds in a controlled descent. The sonic boom shattered windows across 3 continents instantly. Now it hovers silently above the ocean. No lasers, no doors, just a massive monolith watching us.
The entire Pacific Fleet surrounded it within minutes. Every gun was pointed at the hull, waiting for...
Then a weird sound started. It wasn't just loud, it actually hurt. I'm talking about a low hum that made people's ears bleed instantly.
So, some pilot panicked and fired a missile. But get this. It didn't explode. It just touched the shield and vanished like magic.
Then a huge beam shot down into the water. It wasn't attacking us, it was drilling. It was looking for something deep underground.
That's when it hit us. This wasn't a spaceship. It was a giant key, sent here to unlock something hidden inside Earth.
The ground started shaking everywhere. It felt like the whole planet was cracking apart. Like Earth was an egg getting ready to hatch. And then, something rose out of the ocean. A massive, ancient city that had been buried underwater for... The space object flew down and locked onto the city. Clicked right into place. It was like 2 puzzle pieces finally connecting. Suddenly, every phone and TV screen went black. Then a message popped up in every language saying, "Connection established. Welcome back." The sky literally changed color to a deep purple. Gravity felt lighter. In 1 second, the old world is gone. No war, no politics. Just us standing here. This isn't the end of the world. It's just the tutorial level. And trust me, we are not ready for level 2.
The internet flooded with fake clips instantly. People imagined military drones flying close to it and just dropping dead from alien energy. Everyone was convinced the Navy was already there. We pictured battleships surrounding the object, guns loaded, ready for World War III. Nature doesn't make shapes like that. A ratio of 10 to 1? That is statistically impossible for a random asteroid.
Then came the speed. As it passed the sun, it accelerated. It didn't slow down like gravity predicted.
Usually, comets speed up because ice melts and shoots out gas like a rocket engine. But this thing had no gas.
We pointed the Spitzer space telescope at it to find heat from the gas. It found absolutely nothing. Zero.
So, if it wasn't gas pushing it, what was? The only force left in the universe was sunlight itself.
That's exactly how a light sail works. A thin, shiny sheet of metal designed to be pushed by stars.
To be pushed that hard by sunlight, it had to be less than a millimeter thick. Like a piece of foil. Nature doesn't build giant sheets of metal foil. That suggests it was manufactured by someone. Or something. We traced its path backwards. It came from the star Vega, 25 light-years away. But it didn't start there. Before it hit our sun, it was sitting perfectly still in the galaxy, like a buoy floating in the ocean. We slammed into it, not the other way around. It was waiting for us. That is a terrifying thought. But Oumuamua wasn't the only one. 5 years earlier, another visitor crashed right here on Earth, a meteor called IM-1.
This meteor was tougher than iron. It exploded deep in the atmosphere, and the pieces fell into the Pacific Ocean.
So, scientists launched a mission to the middle of the Pacific. They wanted to drag the ocean floor with giant magnets.
It was harder than finding a needle in a haystack. We are talking about microscopic dust, scattered over miles of mud.
But miraculously, the magnets pulled up something. Tiny, perfect metallic spheres. Little balls of metal that don't belong here.
Under the microscope, they looked beautiful. Gold, blue, and black. Perfectly round, meaning they melted at extreme temperatures in the air.
The lab results were shocking. These spheres contained beryllium, lanthanum, and uranium. A combination never seen before in our solar system.
This material was tough. Tougher than iron. Tougher than any meteorite we have ever studied. It was built to survive extreme pressure. The abundance of these elements proves one thing. This rock didn't form around the sun. It came from a magma ocean somewhere else. So now we have two visitors. One floating in space, and one lying in pieces at the bottom of our ocean. We missed the chance to chase Oumuamua. It was too fast, and we were too slow. But we learned our lesson. Now, we have a new weapon. The James Webb Space Telescope is sitting 1,000,000 miles away, watching the dark.
Webb sees the universe in infrared. It can detect the heat signature of a tiny object, even if it's pitch black.
We are scanning the sky right now. Astronomers calculate that there are millions of these interstellar objects passing through constantly.
The Webb telescope is setting a trap. The next time an intruder enters our system, we won't just watch. We will zoom in.
If Webb takes a photo and we see a smooth surface, or bolts, or lights, that changes human history in 1 second. Deep in the void, sensors picked up an anomaly. It was not just a rock, it was hidden inside a dense cloud of heavy dust. The shape became clear. It was too long, too flat. Nature does not build perfect geometric objects like this out here in the dark. We calculated the speed. It made no sense. It was moving too fast for gravity to hold it. It was just passing through. Then, the impossible happened. As it left the sun, it accelerated. Something was pushing it. It changed its own course manually. If it was a comet, the sun should have created a tail. But there was nothing. It remained dark, solid, and completely silent. This led to a terrifying conclusion. If it can steer itself, could it be an artificial probe sent by an advanced civilization? Some proposed it is a light sail, a massive, ultra-thin sheet designed to be pushed across the galaxy by the pressure of starlight. We turned every radio telescope towards it, listening for a signal. A hello. Anything. The silence might be intentional. A passive observer. A scout drone programmed to scan our system quietly and report back home. We traced its path backward. It came from the direction of the star Vega, but it has been drifting alone for millions of years. It passed us quietly in the night, missing Earth by a massive distance, but close enough to send a shiver down our spines. Just as quickly as it arrived, it began its journey back into the interstellar dark. It is now heading out of our system forever. It left us with more questions than answers. Was it just a strange freak of nature? Or was it our first true contact?
The most disturbing thought is not what it was, but how many more.
We missed our chance this time. Next time, we must be ready. We need faster ships and sharper eyes to intercept the next visitor.
Until then, we watch the skies with new eyes, knowing that we are likely not alone.
But some scientists say it is not too late. The object is fast, but we can build something faster to chase it down. This is Project Lyra, a mission designed to launch a probe that will hunt the interstellar visitor and catch it in deep space.
To catch it, we need speed. Speed that no human rocket has ever achieved. We need to fly faster than a bullet, faster than light.
We would have to dive close to the sun, using its massive gravity and heat to slingshot the ship into the dark void.
Or perhaps we use lasers. Giant beams of light pushing a tiny sail, accelerating it to 20% the speed of light.
Even with this speed, the chase would take decades. 20 years of silence as the ship travels alone through the empty darkness. But imagine the moment of arrival. The ship wakes up, sensors come online, and there, we would finally see its surface close up. Is it rock? Is it metal? Does it have doors? Or windows looking back at us?
Internal scan. Internal scan. Hollow cavity detected.
But for now, this is just a dream on paper. The object is getting further away every second. We are losing our chance.
However, this visitor was probably not the first. Astronomers believe our solar system is like a fishing net, catching objects constantly.
Out in the Oort cloud, the dark, icy graveyard surrounding our sun, there could be thousands of interstellar objects trapped right now.
They are hiding in the dark. They do not reflect light. We cannot see them until they come too close to the sun.
But our eyes are getting better. New telescopes, like the Rubin Observatory, will soon scan the entire sky every few nights.
This is Project Lyra, a mission designed to launch a probe that will hunt the interstellar visitor and catch it in deep space.
To catch it, we need speed. Speed that no human rocket has ever achieved. We need to fly faster than a bullet, faster than light.
We would have to dive close to the sun, using its massive gravity and heat to slingshot the ship into the dark void.
Or perhaps we use lasers. Giant beams of light pushing a tiny sail, accelerating it to 20% the speed of light.
Even with this speed, the chase would take decades. 20 years of silence as the ship travels alone through the empty darkness.
But imagine the moment of arrival. The ship wakes up. Sensors come online. And
we would finally see its surface close up. Is it rock? Is it metal? Does it have doors? Or windows looking back at us?
We could land on it, drill into it. If it is hollow inside, it would change human history forever. We would have proof.
But for now, this is just a dream on paper. The object is getting further away every second. We are losing our chance. However, this visitor was probably not the first. Astronomers believe our solar system is like a fishing net, catching objects constantly. Out in the Oort cloud, the dark, icy graveyard surrounding our sun, there could be thousands of interstellar objects trapped right now. They are hiding in the dark. They do not reflect light. We cannot see them until they come too close to the sun. But our eyes are getting better. New telescopes, like the Rubin Observatory, will soon scan the entire sky every few nights. When the next one comes, we will see it sooner. And this time, we must be ready to answer the call. Imagine a machine that can build copies of itself. It lands on an asteroid, mines it, and builds 2 more ships.
Those 2 become 4. The 4 become 8. In just a few million years, they could fill the entire galaxy.
Was our visitor one of these? A dead probe from an ancient fleet that conquered the stars long before humans existed?
But if the galaxy is full of them, why don't they say hello? Why is the universe so quiet?
There is a terrifying theory called the Dark Forest. It says the universe is a...
in this forest, survival is the only rule. If you make a noise,
That is why the object was silent. It was hiding. Camouflage is not just for war, it is for survival. But we are foolish. For 100 years, Earth has been shouting into the darkness with radio and TV signals.
If the dark forest theory is true, we have already announced our location to the hunters. And they might be coming.
They don't even need explosives to destroy us. A simple rock, moving at high speed, is the ultimate weapon. An object the size of a car, hitting Earth at light speed, would release more energy than all our nuclear bombs combined. We would not see it coming. It moves too fast for radar. One moment, peace. The next moment, total silence. It happened before. The dinosaurs ruled for millions of years. Then, one rock from the sky ended their reign in a single day.
But dinosaurs did not have space programs. They could not see it coming. We can. We have the technology to protect ourselves.
But defense is not enough. To truly survive, humanity must leave the cradle. Mars is the first step. A red, dusty world that we will transform into a second garden for our children. Then we go further, to the icy moons of Jupiter and Saturn, drilling through miles of ice to find liquid oceans. But the stars are too far for one lifetime. To reach them, we must build generation ships, cities that fly forever, or we will sleep. Frozen in cryopods for centuries, waking up only when a new sun rises over a new world. Over thousands of years, living in space will change us. We will evolve, taller, thinner, adapted to low gravity. Eventually, we will look in the mirror and realize we are no longer human. We have become the aliens we were looking for. We will send out our own fleets of probes, billions of silent machines, drifting to every corner of the Milky Way. Millions of years from now, one of our probes might pass by a primitive planet, just like the object passed by Earth. Those primitive creatures will look up in fear. They will wonder, is it a rock? Is it a god? Or is it a machine? They will never know that the machine came from a dead world called Earth, sent by a species that is long gone. This is the cycle of the universe. Civilizations rise, they send out their messages, and then they fade into the dark. Maybe that is what Umwa was. A tombstone. A final memory of a civilization that died 1 billion years ago. But as long as we are here, we have a duty. We are the eyes of the universe. We give it meaning.
We must keep looking up. Not with fear, but with curiosity.
So, was Oumuamua a scout, a stray rock, or a piece of alien trash? We may never know for sure, but it taught us a valuable lesson. We are not the masters of space. We are just children playing on the shore. There is a concept called the Great Filter, a barrier that destroys civilizations before they can travel the stars.
Maybe the silence of the universe means that most don't make it. They destroy themselves with war or climate change.
But we are still here. We have survived. And as long as we have curiosity, we have a chance to grow. The object is gone now, lost in the deep dark. But the door it opened in our minds will never close. What will we do when the next one comes? Will we hide in fear? Or will we chase it into the dark? Space is vast, cold, and empty. But it is also waiting.
We have scanned the skies for years. We found only silence.
Look up at the stars tonight. Really look. Someone, somewhere, might be looking back at you right now. Our planet is a tiny raft in a dark ocean. We must protect it, because Our planet is a tiny raft in a dark ocean. We must protect it. The universe is full of mysteries. Oumuamua was just the first chapter. The rest of the book is yet to be written. The next visitor could arrive tomorrow, or in 1,000 years. When it does, humanity... Until then, the question remains hanging in the void. Who sent it? And what do they want from us? Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. The universe is big, but our curiosity is bigger.
There are thousands of other strange stories hiding in the stars. Stories that will keep you awake at night.
What do you think? Was it a rock or a machine? Let me know your theory in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the cosmos, please hit the like button. It helps our signal reach more people. And if you want to see more videos exactly like this one, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell. This is NeuritonINC, and this was our journey. Keep looking up. See you in the next mystery. Goodbye.